First of all, before we proceed, one thing which I need to mention here is that in the previous tutorial, by mistake, we just write here the comparison operator. This is not the comparison operator. I mean double equal sign, okay? You just need to remove this single one, okay? And we say that is for description is equals to null. Then we will set the view to gone, which means unvisible. Now the next thing is, the previous tutorial we have completed the like feature. Now in this tutorial we are going to allow a user to comment on his friend post or pictures. So first of all, the user has to click on this comment button and then we will send the user to the comments activity that we will now create. Now for that, let's just close all the previous activities quickly. And yeah, close this one. Yeah, inside our post adapter, we have a button by the name, which we already initialized here. If you remember, which is by the name comment button. Okay, here you can see it. So we can just say that inside our on-bind view folder, if a user click on that button, which is our comment button. Okay, before that, let's create, our comments activity. So new activity, an empty activity, and the name of this activity will be comments activity. So our comments activity has been created successfully. Now come here to the comments, and here, first of all, let's just change this constant layout to the relative layout. Now the next thing which we need to do, let's just set a click listener on our comment button now. So on our post adapter, we have to say that holder not set on click, on our comment button dot set on click listener. And we have to send the user the comments activity. So just copy this and paste that inside here. And now instead of that, we are sending the user to the activity name comments activity. Also, let's just change the name of this to intent comment, okay? Just to make a difference between the two. Yeah, now just close this post adapter, come here, and now we have to design this quickly. Now I need to just check one thing. Come here to the fragment notification.xml, and from here you need to just copy this app bar layout whole code, okay? So just copy it up to here, Control C, now close it, come back to the comments activity and paste that whole app bar layout, okay? Now let's just quickly change the IDs for it. So this is our app bar layout for the comments. And then we have comments toolbar. And the next thing is to change this notification to comments. Yeah. Now next thing is basically to add a image view here, where we will display the picture on which the user is going to write a comment. So we can just say image view, match pattern 200 dp will be the height, and make sure to close this. Now in here, let's give ID to it quickly. ID will be post image comment on the comment page, which means it's just to make the ID unique, okay? Anyways, scale type will be center crop, and just for the, at the back, we are going to just add a picture, which is by name profile. And as I told you, we will display the post image basically here. This is just for the designing purposes. And it must be below our app bar. So just copy the ID and paste that here. That can move below. Now next thing is to add a recycler view where we will retrieve and display all the user comments. So here we have this Android X recycler view, widget recycler view, match parent, okay? Then close this And now, first let's give ID to it. So we can just give it name as recycle view comments. And next thing is it must below the image, post image, the image. Okay, just paste that comment here you can see it. And let's give margin from all the sides. 5 dp will be good, okay? And the last thing is to add an edit text. And image view will newly describe user image. That person who is going to write a comment on someone post, his friend post. So first of all, we can say relative layout. Match pattern, subcontent. Sorry. And let's give idea to all this layout. Let's say comment relative layout or whatever it is, because we need to make this recycler view above from this, where it is. Okay, it is not displaying here, but we will move it first. This relative layout to the bottom, and this recycler view must be above this relative layout. So, to move it to the bottom, first of all, we have to say align parent bottom to true. Okay, and here we can say, recycler view that it must be above our this comment relative layout. And now let's add the little bit different white color, from this whole one. Here we can say background hash F. And inside of this relative layout, first we need to add a circle image view. That will be 40 dp. And the height will also be 40 dp. Let's just close this. And let's add source to this. And the source will be our profile for now. And let's add ID to this one. So we can say profile image on the comment page. Also, let's just give some padding to it. It will be 14 dp. No. It is too much. 4 dp will be good. Okay. And next thing which we need is to add edit text here. So we can say edit text, match parent, wrap content. First we need to give ID. Let's give ID to it as add comment. And it must be at the right side of our circle image view. So we can say to right of ID and paste that ID here. Okay. And now let's add a hint to it. So we can say write your comments. Let's align it in center. With this image properly. So we can say center vertical true. And let's give some margin from the start. So margin will be 10 dp. Okay. And margin from the end 10 dp. Now we need to add a button. Let's also check if we give some padding to it, how it will look. Yeah, that is good. Now next thing is to add a button. Or instead of that, we can use a text view button, which also wrap to the Instagram UI. So we can just say text view and wrap content, close this. First, let's give ID to it. And it will be post comment, which means publish comment. Okay. Use the same ID so that we can, you will not get confused. Text color will be color primary. And text style will be bold, and the text from this will be published. We have to move it to here. So first of all, we have to say align parent and true. Okay. Center vertical true. You can see it. And the text size for this will be 20 dp will be good. Or instead of that 18, let's just go for 18. Okay, but we need to move this edit text here. So here when we say that to write off, here we can also write that is to left of ID and pass this post comment ID here, and you will see the change. Here you can see it, okay? So it looks perfect. Also, let's give some margin for this one from the end. 6 dp will be good. Now if you see, then it is okay. Or if you want, you can also give some margin for this image. So margin start, yes, 5 dp. Okay, or if you want, you can just remove it. There is no need, but it is just to make the design a little bit cool. Okay, so now you understand the whole thing. Anyways, now let's just do, come here to the contents activity, and here we can say, first we need to go back to our post adapter. When a user click on this comment button, we have to pass two things. One is the post ID and one is the publisher ID. So for that, we can say that intent comment dot put extra. First one will be post. Make sure to use the same IDs, okay? Let's pass our post. Get post ID to it. Then the publisher ID, so just copy. Paste here. Then we have to say that publisher ID. Get publisher. Okay. So we have to receive these on our comments activity, as we are passing it from post adapter. So inside our own create, what we are going to do is here we can say, well, intent equals to intent. Let's initialize here a string type variable. The first one will be private for post ID equals to null. And then the other one is our publisher ID. Publisher ID. So here, to receive the post ID, we can say post ID equals intent dot get string extra. Pass the post ID to it. Now this is the same. This must match with this one, post ID, okay? And then for the publisher ID, we can just copy paste this, paste it here, and instead of this, we can say publisher ID. And it must be the same one. Okay, so in this way we receive that. Now the next thing is that when I will click on this publish button, so we have to, okay, before that, let's retrieve the user image. The user is going to write a comment. We will also display his image here. So for that, let's just come here to our account settings activity. From here, we need to just copy some things quickly, and which is this one. Let's just copy paste this whole function from here. Control C. Close this. Come here to the comments activity, and now here we have to paste that function. And the next thing which we need to do is users, and we have to say that. Okay, let's just initialize this also. So come here at the top quickly, and we can say private or Firebase user Firebase user. Okay, this is the variable name, so we have to hide the small f. So Firebase user type, and we must initialize it with null. And then inside our own create, what we are going to do is here we can say Firebase user equals to Firebase auth dot get instance dot current user. Now, I already told you, this, instead of this get reference, you can also write in Kotlin that is reference, okay? It will give you no error. Don't worry about it. Get reference is the built-in function which we also used in the Java code. Since this is a Kotlin, so you can use this reference instead of get reference. Anyways, we have to write Firebase user is not null, okay? So we are getting the user ID, and then in here we are retrieving. If pure exists, then we say that, we are using the user model class. We are getting the image. And here, what we need to do is remove this username, full name, bio, etc. Okay? And .get.let user.get image placeholder is this, and remove this one. We have our own image by the ID. We have to use this ID, which is profile image comments. Copy this, come here, press that here, okay, and press Alt Enter. You have to import this, okay. So here you can see it. Profile image comment. Now all we're gonna need is just to call this method inside our this one here. So the name of this is user info. Or if you want to change the, to give it a proper name, you can say retrieve user image or whatever name you want to give to it. So anyways, this is just to retrieve the image and display. Now next thing is to add a comment. So for that we have to create another function. So let's just quickly call a method which you will now create, or you can say a function which you will create now, which will be by the name add comment. So let's just create this function, add comment, with this comment from here. So add comment inside here. We need to create a reference. Let's just copy paste this and paste that here, and we can see comments reference, and then to few of them we can say comments, and then remove this Firebase user ID, okay? So comments reference. Now here we need to use the post ID because every post will have their own comments. So we have to say that child post ID, okay? And it must not be null. And well, the next thing is to create hash map. Let's give it a name as comments map. The information which we are going to save now inside Firebase. So it will be string object combination, not objects any. It can be any type. That isn't string, double, whatever it is. So can say comments map, and the name will be comment, that is the text basically which the user will write, and we can say we can get the text from our this edit text. What is the idea of it? Add comment. Okay, so copy it, come here, paste that here, dot get text, or in Kotlin we write text. In both ways you can write, okay? So get text or text, whatever it is. So anyways, I think that is now not in the suggestion, but anyways, you can just say add comment dot text dot to string, and this add comment must not be empty. By the way, for that we will add something. We don't need to call this add comment method here. When a user click on this publish button, then we will call this method, okay? Anyways, we will just work on that. Just this one here. First, let's compute this method. The second will be the publisher. That is, who is going to comment on this, on this post or on this image. We have to store this ID alongside by name publisher. The publisher of this comment. Okay? So Firebase user .uid. Now is the time. So you can say comments reference .push. Let's create a random key for it, and then we can say .set value and pass the comments map to it. Now if you want, you can add own complete list on it, but I think there is no need for it. Okay, so you can say add comment, which is over this edit text. After when the user writes comment, we have to make this empty, this edit text. So let's say if a user want to add another comment, okay? So we can say .text equals to null. Anyways, it is not like that. If you want, you can just write clear, okay? Add comment.text.clear. While in Java, we write .get.set text and then double quotation, which means null. But in Kotlin, we write that is .text.clear, okay? So in Kotlin, we have to write code like this, to make the edit text clear. So yeah, that's it. Now we have to, when the user click on this publish button, then we have to call this is over this text field basically. So post comment, the name of this one, copy it, come here, and inside our own create, after this user info, you can say comment dot set on click listener on click listener. Then in here, first we have to verify that this edit text must not be empty. So we have to say that if add comment dot text dot to string. If this become equals to null, we have to display a toast message and tell the user that, hey, you need to write something. First write comments activity, and we have to write this comments activity. And to that, comma, we have to write our message that please write comment first. Toast dot length long. And then we have to say dot show. But if everything is okay, then we can just call that method, which is our add comment method. So everything is now okay. Let's just test the application. So our app is now successfully, but one thing which we need to change is just to respond to previous tutorial. Okay, we have to test the comments now. Here you can see I do not give some space here between this number of likes and then this likes. So let's just come here to the post at top, and here we need to just quickly give some space here. So we can say here, okay, when we say this one. After this, we can just give one space or two space, whatever you like, but just give one extra space here, okay, in between. Now let's just test the application again for the comments. Because this looks bad, when there is no space between the number of likes and this likes text. So our app is running now successfully. Let's also just go to the database so that we can see the changes that will occur here. So here you can see now it looks good. Anyways, let's just click on comments. And here you can see it. Now, for now, we are not retrieving this post image, which is this one. Okay, for now, we just add the feature, which is to display the user image. And now here, if the user write comment, that is, let's say, hey, this is really cool picture or whatever. You can just click on this publish, and here we go. And you can see it is now clear. If we just come here, comments, and the random key, And then inside here, we have this one. Sorry, this is the post key, not the random key. The post key, which I already show you here. If we just come here, let me just show it to you guys so that you can understand more clearly, which is comments, and then the post ID, and then after the post ID, we have this push random key, and then we are storing this comments map, which is this information, which you can see from here. If you just come here, which is LTWGKG, this one, this post. So on this post, I just post a comment, okay? So yeah, I mean, that's it. Now what we need to do is, let's also complete one more feature in this video, which is basically the total number of comments on a specific post. That is, this post, which is this one, has only one comment. Let's say another user add another comment, then there will be 2 comments, and that comments we have to display here, which is view all 2 comments. So let's just add that feature in this video also, which is really easy to add. So come here to the post adapter, and now here what we need to do is, you need to just compress this number of likes function, paste it here. Let's just quickly change the name of it. It will be get total number of comments, or whatever the name you want to give to this, get total comments. And it will be our comments reference, and it is stored inside comments node. This is the parent node for all the comments, and then dot child post ID. So comments reference, you can say we have a text view by the name comments. If you just scroll down here, then we have a text view, which is this one, okay, where we will display all the comments. So we can say that comments, what is the name of it? I just, again, comments text view, okay? So we can say comments. Okay, so it will receive 2 things. One is the post ID as a parameter. The other one is the text view, which we will pass to it, and that is basically that comments text view, which is this one, which I already showed you, this comments, okay, text view. You can also check it on the designs. So anyways, it will receive it as a parameter. So comments.text, pure.count.toString, and we can say before that, let's add something which is just like Instagram. Hope you have already seen these things. Is view all, and then give some space here, and then it will get the total number of comments for this specific post, which we are differentiating by the post ID. Then we can say that some space, okay, and then we say we all, let's say 2 comments, 3 comments, whatever the number of comments is, okay. Now you will see it when I test the application. So anyways, I mean, this is okay. We have to just call this method now here in our on bind view holder. So it needs 2 parameters. I mean this one, which is the comments text view. Here you can see the type also alongside with it. And sorry, it's comments, and we have to use the holder. Since this is a post adapter, so we can say holder.comments, comma, the second one is the post dot get post ID. That's it. Now let's just quickly test the application. It's also just see the database. Wait for it. So the app is running now successfully. Now you will see here, you can see view all 1 comments, okay? And the remaining ones has no text like that because these posts have no comments here. Now let's just test it. I mean, if we add another comment, that's great, okay? And then click on publish. So here we have these 2 now, 1 comment and 2 comments, that's great. If you just go back, then you will see here, view all 2 comments. Wow, that's great. Now, if a user click on this view all 2 comments, then we must send the user here to this activity where the user can see all these 2 comments, 3 comments, whatever the number of comments is, okay? Hey, or whatever it is, okay? So anyways, let's just do that quickly. So we can say what we need to do is to copy this because it is the same function. I mean, the same thing we are doing using that, okay? So move this comment button. We have comment text. Holder.comments.server we are sending you user to the comments activity and we must pass this post ID and publisher ID. So anyways, let's just again test it. So the app is running now successfully. If we click on this URL to comments and we just send here, okay? And now let's just add comments on the other post. Let's add here so that we can see if it is working or not. Hey, that is cool. Here you can see, and now if we just go back, and here you can see view all one comments. Let's also add comment here. That's nice. Okay, if we just go back, and here you can see view one comment, view all one comment, 2 comments. Okay, so it is working really nice. That's great. You can just add comments now on a post. So yeah, that's it for this video. Now in the next video tutorial, what we will be doing is that we will basically send this picture, which is basically the comment picture, that is this post picture. If we just click here, then we must display that picture, and we will retrieve and display all these comments which this specific image, or you can say this specific post has. This video tutorial, what you are going to do is to retrieve all those comments which are basically these comments, okay? So we have to retrieve all these comments and to display it here on the comments activity. So before moving to that, what we need to do is here inside our adapter module, let's add a new Kotlin file. And the name of this will be comments adapter. Then press OK. Now, here on our comments activity, we have this recycler view, basically where you will display all the comments. So first, come here to the comments activity, and here we can say recycler view, and the name of this, it is of type recycler view. So we can say recycler view equals to find view by ID or .id and ID for that is recycler view comments. So we can say recycler view comments. Well, linear layout manager. Okay, we have to, this is variable name and it is of type. The type of this is linear layout manager, okay? And instead of equals to linear layout manager, and in here we have to pass the context, which is this. Linear layout manager dot set reverse layout. Linear layout manager dot set layout dot reverse, not this one, it is layout manager. Oh, sorry, we have to set this linear layout, which is a reverse one, on our recycler view. So you can say recycler view dot set layout manager, which is this one, layout manager. And by the way, this will be true. This is linear layout manager. Now we will be needing a list. So come here, and here we can say private or comment adapter, in which we will be using the adapter. By the way, as I told you, we will retrieve all the comments and store it in our array list, which we will create now. And also we will use this comment adapter, which we will also create now after some few minutes. We will write the code for it. Comment adapter. So let's just quickly create this class on our comments adapter, then we can create an array list also. So class, then paste it name, which is comment adapter. In it, it will have parameter 1, which is our context, context, and it will be of type context. Then the second one will be put a comma, and then the second one will be the private. Well, let's add our list here. Make sure to import this, okay? Let's all enter and import. And then let's create our list first. You can give it name as a comment list, and it will be of type mutable list. The value can be changeable. When you can add many comments, so and pass the comment, which is our. Okay, so we have not yet created that model class. Okay, this one is not the required one. First, let's create new, and then Kotlin file, and the name of this will be comment. We have to create a module class. Basically, you will set the setter and getter for these two. So anyways, just come here, comment, and here we can say class, and the name of this class will be comment. In here, we have two things in the database. Make sure to use the same names, which is these things, comment and publisher. Comment, and it will be of type string, as we store it as a string in the database, and the second one is our publisher. So make sure to use the same spellings as it is in the database, publisher. Now the next thing is to set a constructor for it, a constructor without parameters. So where it is, constructor without parameters, okay, and then a constructor with all the parameters. So select all of these, then press OK. Here you can see it. And then setter and getter for our comment and publisher. So we can say fun get comment, put a colon, and it will be of type string. Then inside this, we have to return the comment. Let's just copy paste this for the other one. Sorry, I just Control X and cut that. Okay. So copy it, paste it here, and the next one is our get publisher, and the type will be, return type will be string, and we can say publisher. Now the next thing is to set the setters for it. I mean set comment and this thing. So we can say fun set comment, and here we need to say comment. It is of string type, and yeah, two curly braces, and in here we can set this dot comment equals to comment. Or just copy paste it for the publisher also. So we can say set publisher, and make sure to do these changes. Change this to publisher. Move this extra string, and we can say this dot publisher. So get comment, get publisher, set comment, set publisher. Okay. Everything is okay now. Now let's just come back here, and here we can create, the second parameter will be let's give it name as comment, which will be our mutable list. So mutable list, and we have to call our comment this one, okay? com.example.instagram clone, and this is our model class, which you can see inside the model. We have this comment here. You can see also this one. So comment. So now we have to, let's move it to next line, and here we can say put this colon and recycle view dot adapter comment adapter dot view holder. By the way, we will create this view holder now. This is the class. inside, which we will create inside this one, okay? And for two curly braces, this is the body of this class. Now, first of all, let's click here and you will see this red bulb, okay? So click here and click this implement methods. Select all of these three and then click OK. Okay, on create view holder, get item count on bind view holder. And first of all, let's create our this inner class. So we can say inner class and copy this name, view holder, pass it here. Now inside this view holder, basically we would access our comment layout things. I mean how we want to display our comment or the recycler. We will now create a design layout for that. And now I will also tell you, you will understand it. Let me just complete this, which you all are already seen in the the home activity. We have already used that, and also in the search when we were doing the search tutorial, and that tutorial we have also used this view holder for the searching users. So anyways, let's just do this. Divert non-null. We need an item view. This is the name, and it will be of type view. Recycler dot view holder, and pass the item view inside here. Now let's just create our comments layout. So go to the yes layout. Yeah, we have not created it yet. So let's just create it quickly. New layout resource file, and we can give it name as comments layout. Comments item layout. Press OK. Now in here, what we're gonna do is instead of this, we can use a card view. And then what we're gonna do next is make sure to change the height of this to wrap content. Come here to the item layout, and just to save the time, there's this, quickly copy this and paste it here in our card view for the comments item layout. And yeah, now the next thing is to add things inside here. So first of all, we will be needing there it is, just copy paste it from the post layout. Okay, we have used the linear layout here. We just need this thing, okay, this linear layout code, which ends here. So just copy this linear layout which contains the profile image code and this text. Copy this code, Control C, and then you can just close this post layout, come here to the comments layout back, and then in here just paste that. Okay, here you can see it. Now the next thing is to move this circle image view from here and paste that here. Okay, make sure to change the linear layout, changing the orientation for this will be vertical, okay? Because we are going to add something further. And one thing is change this margin from the top to 8 dp, and this will be 2 dp, and this one also 2 dp, okay? Here you can see it. Okay, let's just change it to 3 dp. Now you can see the design. Now we have to move this text little bit. So width and height for our image will be 45. And here also 45. And let's give some margin to it. From the left side. And it will be 60 dp. 60 is not be good. Okay, 55. Okay, 55. So we have username. Remove this Android text color and margin from the top. margin from the left. And the next thing is to add another text view where we will display our comment text. So we can say, just for the demonstration, we can just write as comment text. Now the next thing is to change the text. This is good, but remove this text style. We do not want this one bold. And the rest of the thing is okay. If you want, you can change the picture size to 55. 55. I'll just see. Here you can see it. 50 will be good, I guess. It is the design, whatever the... Now it looks good. So yeah, that's it. Now what we're gonna do is to change our IDs quickly. So this will be user profile image on the comment page. So let's just change the IDs for everyone. So this one will be username comment, username. Comment. Let us give it ID as comment. Since it is on the comment page. So anyways, now this is okay. And we have to access it now on our comments adapter inside the view holder in our class. So we can save if you want to create variables for it to access by the variable name. Otherwise in Kotlin we can directly access any edit text or any picture by their ID directly. But let's just create variables for it, okay? So it will be of circle image view type, the image profile. And then we have another one which is for displaying the username. So you can say username text view, and it will be of type text view. Then we have another one, text view. And it will be the comment. TV means text view, okay? Just to make everything unique. So anyways, here we can say init, and we can say the image profile equals to item view dot find view by ID or dot ID dot, and we have to pass the ID which is user profile image comment. Just write that ID here, and if this appears, then make sure to import this R. Let's just copy paste this quickly for the other ones. So we have then username, then comment. Make sure to change the ID for the username. We have this ID, which is username comment. Then we have comment for displaying the comment text, basically. So comment, okay? So this is done now. Now the next thing is mutable list, and pass the comment model class here, which is this one, okay? Com example Instagram clone dot model. So after this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna say comment list equals to array list, comment adapter equals to comment adopt. The first one parameter it needs is context, which is our comments activity, and the second parameter it needs is our array list, or you can say our mutable list, which is by the name comment list. Now display this error which says, okay, I already the type of this is model class, but I don't know why this, again, change the type automatically. Come here. Okay, and here when we say this, that is comment. Move this just right, comment, and this one, which is our example, this one. Select this one. And yeah, it is okay now. So we are passing basically the context, which is our comics activity, and the mutable list, or you can say our array list, to our comics adapter, which it receives here, okay? The context and the mutable list as a parameter. So now the next thing is to set the recycler view. So you can say recycler dot set adapter, or in Kotlin we say dot adapter. So pass the comment adapter here equals to comment adapter. Now, in our comments activity, we have to create a function in which we will basically read, or you can say retrieve all of these comments. So for that, what we're going to do is come here, let's just create that function here at the bottom. Private font. Let's give it name as read comments. Create a reference by the name comments ref equals to Firebase database. Now, when we retrieve all of these comments by using this query which we are setting, we will add these comments in our comment list, which is our mutable list. Okay, here you can see it. I mean this one. And we are sending this, which I already show you guys, as a parameter to our comments adapter. So then we will perform some events also. Let's say if we will click on the comment picture or on the comment, and if we will allow user to delete comment, okay? And these things. So that's why we create a separate class, which is by the name comments adapter for that. So anyways, let's just complete this first. We have reference dot child, and inside the database we have a comments. Make sure that this match to your parent node in which we store all the comments. Okay, let's move this to the next line. Dot child comments dot child post ID, and then by using the comments reference, we have now to say add value event listener object colon value event listener. Make sure to put two curly braces in here. Since you know this already, we have two functions, which is the built-in function, which is on data change, remove the comment from here, and the second one is on cancel, remove the comment. And now inside this on data change, we can say if this PO, which means this state of snapshot, which means that if the post ID exists, you can say if PO.exist. So if there is already something in our comment list, we are going to clear it first, okay? And make sure that this must not be null, so add these two exclamation marks here. Then by using the for loop, we can say snapshot in data snapshot, which is our this object name PO. PO dot children. Now we are retrieving all the comments, so we can say, well, comments equals to snapshot dot get value comment, which is this model class. Remember that, okay? Not this w3c.dom, our model class, colon class dot java. So we are retrieving the comments for this post, okay, for the single post. I mean, this is the post ID, and inside that we will have, this is the post ID, and then for each post ID there will be number of comments. Since you know that for this post now the comments are 1, 2, and 3, okay? So we are getting the comment, and we are storing it inside this variable, okay, one by one by using this for loop. And now we have to store it inside our mutable list, which is our by the name comment list. dot add, pass the comment to it. Copy this variable name and paste it here, okay? And this must not be null, so add 2 exclamation marks here and 2 also here. It is our comment list. Now we have to do, after this for loop, we have to say that comment adapter exclamation marks dot notify data set changed, and the rest of the thing is this. Okay, so now we have to call our this root comments in our on create. So after this, alongside it, we can say root comments. Now we have to set the text and the profile image for each of that specific post. So come here to the comments adapter, and in here, first of all, in our get item count, remove this comment from here, and here we can say return m comment dot size. Comment too small. So I have these 2 exclamation mark here. Now inside this onBind view holder, the comments which we have retrieved, we have which is inside this mutable list, which is by the name m comment. Okay, since we are passing this list, this mutable list, or you can say this array list, from our comments activity, which I already show you. So it contains all of the comments for a specific thing, specific each and every post. So once we have that data, now the next thing is to set these things, the username for that comment, that is which user has comment, and the comment text and the profile image of that person who commented on that specific post. So that thing we do inside our onBind view holder. By the way, here we forgot to close this. I just see it, okay? Make sure to have this thing here, okay? Comments adapter.view holder, and make sure to close this angle brace. Okay, it is started here and closing here. So inside our onBind view holder, first of all, what we need to do is here, let's create a Firebase user. So you can set back and we can give it name as Firebase user. It is of type Firebase user. Let's initialize it with null. And inside on our onBind view holder, by the way, we do not need the current ID, the online user ID now, but later we will need it when we allow that same user to delete a comment. Or you can say the owner of that post to comment other people, to delete other people's comments on his post or on her post. But anyways, since we will use it in the future, when we will allow user to delete the comment. So let's just do it. Let's say I'm a user, I comment on my friend post, and then I delete my post, my comment, sorry. I'll comment on my friend picture, and then I delete my comment, okay? So by using the online user ID, we will do that. Instead of commenting out, let's just complete this now, since we have already write it. So you can say current user. Anyways, can say, well, comment equals to m comment position, which is our this variable, okay? For each comment, you will have that position of that comment. So since we have the data, all we will need is just to, by using this holder variable, this one, we can say holder dot comment text view dot text equals to comment dot get comment. Now this comments refers to our model class which contain the data, okay, which we are retrieving using the setter and getter. So the next thing is to basically display the username and of the user picture of that person. So for that, let's create a method by the name get user info, and that pass parameters to the first one is our image profile, image view, circle image view, and the second one is the username, okay, and the third one is basically the publisher ID. Now let me tell you what it means, basically comment dot get publisher. Since you know that, the comments data contain only the comment text and publisher. Now the publisher is the person. It is, let's say, user A comment on user B picture. So this is user A ID. If you see it, you can also check it here from the user. It is the ID of some user, okay? This R7ZB, which you can see here, R7ZB, okay? So I hope you understand the whole idea. Now let's just quickly complete this. Create function. And this is the function. Let's move it to the bottom. And in here, we need to create a reference, and by using this publisher ID, we will retrieve the user information of that specific person who has commented. So, well, user ref equals to Firebase database dot get instance dot reference dot child. The child is our users node, and then we have to pass the publisher get, which we are seeing here. This is the publisher ID basically. So let me just move to the next line so that we can see the code easily. So we can say user ref dot add value and listener object colon value and listener for two curly braces. In here, first one is on data change. We move the comment. Then the second one is on cancel and move the comment. Inside here, we can say if po.exist, we have to say, well, user equals to po. This is P0, I think. That's why. Which is data snapshot, or you can give any name you want to it. Gateway. We have a class which is our user. Class.java. Then we can say Picasso dot get dot load user dot get image. This must not. So I take exclamation mark here. Dot placeholder or dot tribal dot profile dot into our circle image view name, which is image profile. So let's pass this here. And the last thing is to set the username. So we can say username tv dot set text. By the way, in Kotlin we set text. Okay, so just use the pure Kotlin equals to user dot get full name. In Instagram we display the username, so if you want to display the full name on comments, then you can just call this get full name. Otherwise, for displaying the username, just get username. From small English alphabet, I mean layout in Flutter dot from or dot layout dot, and the name of what that layout is comments item layout. Put a comma and pass this view group object, which is by name parent. Maybe in your case the name of this is different, so you just write that name. I mean, let's say in your case it is written that is the view group object name is view group. I mean, you can change it, whatever name you want to give to it, okay? Then you have to pass that name here, parent. Comma false. Oh, sorry. My mistake, I wrote the whole code inside from. From have context, I mean here we have to pass the context, and then we can say dot inflate and paste that whole thing which is our comments layout and parent false. So yeah, that's it. We're just return our view holder, pass the view to it. Now let's just test the applications. I'm going to run the application now. So here you can see the app is running now successfully. Now here, if you go to the comments, then here you can see the comments. But the one thing which we need to finish in this tutorial is to display the post image also. I mean the user image, this picture. So for that, what we're going to do is come here to the comments activity quickly. And here, let's copy this method, which is this one. User info. Copy this. Control C. And once you copy this and paste that here. Now we have to change the name of this to, the method name. And we can say get post image. And instead of this will be our post reference. And it will be up to the node post dot child post ID and then dot child. We have inside that post image, which we will retrieve from our post node for that specific post. Only the user will click. It has a child by name image. You can also verify it from the database, which is basically I'm talking about this one, which is this one, post image. Sorry, okay? Make sure to use the same name, which is post image. By mistake, I just wrote image. It is not image, post image, okay? And then we have to say that postref.add value in listener. If this image exists for this post, then what we're gonna do is, well, image equals to prior dot get value. And in Kotlin, you can also type value, okay? But like this, pure dot value dot to string. Instead of get value, you can write dot value also. So we have to pass this image here. And we have to display it on our image post. We have to check if we have initialized this or not. Or instead of that, you can just directly go to the activity comments. And from here, just copy the ID of this one, post image, comment, copy it, and just paste that inside this into. Now we are ready. Let's just test the application quickly to see if it is working or not. So the app is running now successfully. And now let's just click on these comments. Oh, sorry. We forgot to call this method on our comments activity, okay? So let's just call it quickly inside our own create. I'm really sorry for that. Inside the one create, we can say get post image. And now let's run the app again. So the app is running now, and now let's just test it. Here you can see it. This is really nice. If you want, you can add more comments. Let's say, hey, again, publish. And here you can see it. A new comment will appear here at the top. Okay, hey, again. Now, if we just go back, and here also you can see the post image. If we check some other use, if you click on this comment, and here you can see it. This picture has only one comment. Let's add another comment. public, and here you can see another comment. So yeah, I mean, that is really nice. That is incredible. So yeah, it is working really nice. So that's it for this video. Hello guys, welcome back. Now in this tutorial, we are going to retrieve and display all the images that is uploaded by an online user. We have displayed here on his profile page, just like you guys see in Instagram. Okay, so for that, what we need to do is go to the profile fragment profile.xml file, and here we need to do some changes in the design, and also we have to add a recycler view for displaying the uploaded pictures, and also later on in the upcoming tutorials we will work on the save pictures. So for that, I mean, first of all, we will work on this grid view, I mean, to display the uploaded pictures in a grid. Okay, so for that, what we're gonna do is we need to make sure that inside this our scroll view, and the height of this must be match parent, okay? Just like this. And also the next thing is to change our this linear layout. This must also be match parent, and this is our linear layout that contains this section, and it is the content. Then we have another linear layout which is this one, which contains the information of file information. And after this, we have a linear layout that contains these two buttons. Now below this, we have to add our recycler view for displaying the uploaded picture of an online user in a grid, and also for displaying the saved pictures, which we will be doing in the next tutorial. But anyways, in this tutorial, we are working on the uploaded pictures to display in a grid. So this is our two buttons. Okay, and then we have this linear layout. Okay, so below this linear layout, we have to add our recycler view. So recycler view, match parent. Let's close this, and the ID for this one will be recycler view. Let's add this and make sure to give it a unique ID. So we can give it name as grid view for uploaded pictures. I mean, whatever the ID you want to give to it. Let's say this is good. I mean, recycler view, grid view for the uploaded pictures, and then we need another recycler view. But first, we have to make sure that this recycler view must be from here to here, and here you can see it is half now. So the reason for this one is that this scroll view is do not allow us, I mean, to add this recycle view in full, I mean, the match parent. Here you can see it, I mean, the layout height is match parent, but it is not going up to the bottom. So what we can do is just come here and change this scroll view to the relative layout. And now if you click here, I mean, here you can see now it is perfect. Okay, so design is now okay. Now the next thing is to add, instead of calling this recycler view grid view, let's give it a proper name, which will be upload pic or images. Okay, the uploaded picture we will display here, and then another recycler view we will add, which is when a user click on this save button. So that recycler view will basically contain the saved pictures in a grid view. So we can give it name as this will be our saved pics or saved images. Okay, so anyways, I mean, the visibility for this one will be, by default, it will be gone. Okay, and there is our uploaded picture. So yeah, now come back to the profile fragment, and here what we need to do is we need to add a list, array list, or you can say mutable list, in which we can store, in which we can retrieve and store all our posts for an online user. That online user uploaded the pictures, okay? By post, I mean the pictures. So let's just do that. You can give it name as post list, and it will be of type list. And here we have to use our model class, which is post, okay? For retrieving, get and set, to retrieve the information that post contain, which is description, post ID, post image, and publisher, okay? And our model class post contain all of these. Here you can see it, we have set the setter and getter for it. So anyways, we can say a post and make sure to import this. And this is basically, if you just write here, then this will be our model class. This one, com example, asset down clone dot model, okay? And let's initialize this with a null. Now the next thing is to add our this recycler view here on our profile fragment. So for that, come here and inside our own create view, below this, here we can say, let's initialize it. Recycler view, let's give it proper name. Recycler view for uploaded pics or images, whatever name you want to give to it, and it will be of type recycler view. Then we can say recycler view uploaded images equals to view dot find view by ID or dot ID dot in the ID for this one is this one, okay? So copy it and just paste that here. Recycler view uploaded images dot set has fixed size to true. Now we have to define the layout, that is that we want to display the images in a horizontal way, in a grid, okay? So for that we have to use our linear layout man. Let's give it the same name, linear layout manager, and it is of type starting from capital L here, so we can say linear layout manager equals to grid layout manager, and here we have to pass the context and then how much pictures you want to display here in a grid. So we want to display 3 pictures, so we have to pass this 3 integer value. Then we have to set our recycler recycler view dot set adapter equals to, in Kotlin we write dot adapter equals to, first we have to set our this linear layout manager. So we have to say that recycler view upload image, which is our recycler view. Then you can say dot set, and it is this one, layout manager in Kotlin, and pass this linear layout manager object. We started from small l, okay? So this is all about, to set our recycler view in a horizontal way, for displaying pictures in horizontal way, or you can say in a grid basically. Now the next thing is to basically retrieve all the posts for an online user. That is, let's say this user is Muhammad Ali, okay? And if we see, then Muhammad Ali has uploaded 1, 2, and 3 posts, okay? And these 3 pictures we have to retrieve and display here. So for that, what we're gonna do is, we have to write a query and to retrieve basically and save these images in our post list, which is our array list basically. So for that mutable list, okay, what we're gonna do is let's create a method, a function here by the name private fun, and let's give it name as my photos. And it is our post reference equals to Firebase database dot get instance dot reference dot child. The child is our post node, and then post reference dot add value listener object column value at listener. And here we need to add 2 curly braces and make sure it has 2 built-in functions, which is the on data change, okay, remove the comment, and the second one is the on cancelled, remove the comment. So inside our on data change, we can say that if the post node exists, for that we have to say that if PO, if our snapshot exists, PO dot exists, then if there is something else, all data in our post list, then we have to make we have to make sure that our post list is clear. So we can say that post list dot clear. Okay, it is not appearing. We have to give the type alongside with it, which is our array list. Okay, this post list is our array list. We have to pass our model class to it, which contain the setter and getter for this data. So cut this whole. First put these two round brackets and then paste it, and then we can say dot clear. And once it is clear, then by using the for each loop, can say snapshot in PO dot children and post equals to snapshot dot get value post class dot java. Make sure to write this. Okay, this must not be null. If post dot get publisher dot equals to profile ID. I mean, here now we are checking that this publisher ID, as you know that each post contain an ID, this is the publisher ID. That is the person who uploaded this post, or you can say this image. So we have to check if this publisher ID match with an online user ID, then it means that these images or these posts belong to this online user ID, and we have to get that and display it here. So for that, first we have to add it to our post list, which is our array list. So here we have to match this with our profile ID. And then we have to add this to our this post list. So we can say post list dot a post. So it will get it will read all these data one by one, and it will get all the images that an online user uploaded from this post node, and will store it inside this post list, which is our array list. And then we have to display, just like on our timeline. If you see the new post appear here at the top. So we have to display the latest picture will appear here, here, and then the old post will be like that. Just like you guys see in Instagram, okay? Exactly, we are doing that here. So we can say that collections is this one, collections, okay? Java.utility dot reverse. Sorry, it is not reverse order, it is just reverse, and pass the array list to it. And then we have to first create our post adapter so that a user can also, when we display the images here, and we have to also, we have to display the images here. Now it is just stored inside the post list, okay? So for that, you will be needing to create an adapter to display the images here, and also we will allow user to do some action on these images. That is, when a user click on any image, then we will display the full image to the user, that specific image on which the user will click here, this online user. So for that, what we're gonna do is first let's create our adapter, and let's come here, right click on this adapter, new, it will be Kotlin file class, and let's give it name as my images adapter, and then click OK. So here we can say class my images adapter. Let's pass the parameter to it that we will send from our profile fragment to here, okay? Just in a few seconds. So it will receive, the first one will be our context, which is our profile fragment. So in order to do that, let's give it name as context, and it will be of type context. Then the second parameter, it will receive our array list. So we can give it name as mpost, and it is of type list. And here we have to pass our model class to it, which is this one. Make sure to import this one, a quick com example, and this one. And then after this colon, let's move to next line. Recycler view dot adapt my photos. This my images adapter, but view holder. So we have to create our view holder. Let's just add it here first, and then we can create it. So view holder, in which basically you will connect, how we want to display our these pictures, in which design. We have not defined that designs yet. Define that design yet. Okay. So anyways, first let's just create this one. For that we will be needing XML layout first. So new resource being this file, XML file. Let me just do it again in front of you guys, okay? Because I do it very quickly. Layout resource file, okay? Let's give it name as images item layout. Then press OK. And come here to the text. Make sure to change this to, let's add a card view, okay, for displaying the images. So this is width and the height will be both. We have to change this to wrap content, and also let's add layout margin from all side 5 dp. Orientation is vertical, okay? So we need just one image view. The size will be 125 dp, the width, and then also 125 dp, the height. Let's close this. And let's just add a source. By default to it, which is a one-drive profile. And the ID for this one will be post score image. And the scale type will be center crop. So it will be like, this is the first image, okay? So it will be, you will display here like on our, this one, if there are, let's say 5 pictures, then 1, 2, 3, and then in the next horizontal line, 4, 5, okay? You will understand it when we run the application. So anyways, now we have to connect our, this image view, or you can say this whole image item layout. So as you know that, for that we need inner class. So inside this, first let's create that inner class. We can say inner class, and we have to give this name to it, which is view holder. That non-null, and let's say item view, it is of type view. Then we have to say recycler view. Oh, sorry, not like this. First add call. So to next line, we can say recycler dot view hold and pass the item view here. Then put 2 curly braces, and inside this we can say first that we have an image. So let's give it an exposed image called, it is of type image view. And then we have to cast it by writing init post image equals to item view dot find view ID or dot ID dot, post image. Make sure to import this R. So once it is done, we just connect our this post image, which is this image, okay, to our this adapter. But the next thing is, we have to connect our this whole image layout. Only then it will be known that we have an image. This post image belongs to this layout. And also we have to just click here. You will understand it, okay? Click here and click this red bulb. Here you can see implement members. And here we have these 3 methods, which is on create view holder, get item count, on bind view holder. Just press OK. So as you know that inside this on bind view holder, okay, first let's just connect this on create view holder. Now this on create view holder, here we have to connect our this layout. I mean this design, this whole design, this layout here, which is by name images item layout.exe. Now just for time saving, what I'm going to do is I'm just going here to this comment adapter, and from here I'm just copy pasting this thing. Okay, copy it, then close this and come back and just paste that here. Now we have to do some changes here. So here we have to pass our M context, okay, which is this context, and then our layout name is images item layout. So make sure to write that images item layout, and the rest of the thing is same, okay. Parent, now so this view group, so parent, and yeah, parent, okay, and then we have this integer by type view type. Now to get the position. So anyway, the rest of the thing is okay. Now the next thing is here, remove this comment first. We have to return the size of our list, which is by name mpost here. So we can say mpost, that is the total number of items which it contains basic. Copy this mpost dot size. Let's just pass this from our profile segment. I mean these two parameters, which is the context and our list. So here we have to say that come here to the top, and after this we can say post list equals to array list. You have to define that, hey, this is our array list. And then we can say my images adapter. Okay, first we have to declare this here at the top. So for my images adapter, and it is of type my images adapter. Let's initialize this with a null. Then by using this, can say my images adapter to context. Let it come. Now this it basically is our context, which means that on our profile fragment.kt, this whole operation is to be performed. Okay, so this it belongs basically it tells that this is our context, and then the next thing you have to pass our post list. So you can say post list, which is, by the way, this one, just copy this, paste it here, post list, as array list. Sorry, post. Sorry, I just commit a mistake here. Just select this and Control X. We have to pass this to our my images adapter, okay? So then inside this we can pass these two parameters, which is our context, and this post list, which is an array list. So yeah, that's it. Now we can say that recycler dot set adapter. Sorry. Adapter equals to my photos, I mean my images adapter. And then come here to the bottom where we have our function by name my photos, and we can say my image dot notify data set changed. And also we have to call our this method at the top, which is my photos, inside our own create. So let's just call this method here, my photos. Once it is done, then come back to the image adapter, and then here, okay, first of all we have to define our this and post, okay, and the here we can say that private, let's give it the same name, which is mpost, and it is of type list, and we have to pass the post, which is our this model class. Let's initialize this with a null, and then Okay. Just click here and add initializer. And then inside, make sure to add this here, okay? And then inside our on-point view holder, we have to display our image, the post picture. So we can say, well, post equals, by the way, we have to, it is not Java. Most of the time I forgot. So anyway, mpost, we have to pass the position, which is basically present this integer position. You can also change this variable. In many cases, these variable names are by default changed, okay? Sometimes it is I or whatever it is. You have to just pass this here and post position. Now here we have to add this non-asserted call also, okay? So post position, and now we are able to display the image. So you can set the crossover dot get dot load post dot get post image dot into our by using this object which is by the name holder, okay? View holder, so we can say holder dot post image. Now we are ready to test our application. Let's just run the app. So the app is running now successfully. And now if we go to the profile, then our app crash, unfortunately. So let's just check the logcat to see what is going on here. What is the problem that causes our app to crash. Now here we have this error which says file exception. My image is adapter. Null pointer exception. Here we forgot to add the init. That can assign our this list which is mpost to this mpost which we initialize with null. Now you can see it basically gives the error which is null pointer exception. It means that our post list is empty. It is null. So we forgot, to assign our this post mpost which is in a list which we are sending from here. Okay, here you can see it. So we have to say here, sorry for that, I just forgot to add this. So after our here at the top, we can say that init, and then we can set this dot mpost, equals to mpost. So now this list, which is a parameter, okay, it will assign to our this one, which is basically by default, it is initialized with null. So now the null pointer exception will be gone. And if it shows this red line error, then you can also check on from this red bull which says that change this var to variable, okay, var, and also use this non-asserted, okay. The rest of the thing is same, is okay. Let's just run the application again. So the app is running now again, and hopefully this time it will work. So let's just click on profile, and here you can see it. 3 images, okay? The first one, the second one, which is contain a horse. Since you know it, the scale type for the image is center crop, and here you can see it. If we just come here, then one with this mobile picture, then the second one this horse picture, okay, and then we have this one, which you can see here. Now let's just upload another picture. Let's choose this one. So now we can crop it. And hey, again, and let's just upload it so that we can basically see that how it is working. Here you can see the new image will appear here, just like in Instagram. Now what we will be doing next? Now the next thing is to also, first we will work on the saved images. That is, when a user click on this save image button or this icon, then it will display all the pictures that user saves. And also one more thing is that here you can see these are the images. But what if a user click on any picture? I mean, the user must want to view this image in its full size. So whenever a user click on any image here, then it will display the image in full size, just like you guys see in Instagram, along with the description and comments and the total number of likes, etc. And also we have to display, I need to retrieve and display the total number of posts here. So yeah, we will be working on that in the upcoming video tutorials. So yeah, that's it for this video tutorial. See you guys in the next video. Bye for now.